Mr. Ajuya said the vehicle, a bus, had already been delivered to the State Ministry of Justice and tagged the Child Rights Project. He commended the state governor for his commitment to protecting the rights of children towards ensuring their education, safety, and welfare, and enjoined all Deltans to join efforts with the governor in safeguarding the future generation. Mr. Ajuya also lauded the Delta Edu Marshall initiative by the Delta State government in collaboration with the Office of the Executive Assistant to the Governor on Education Matters, which he described as a bold step, pointing out that Delta was the first state to establish a program of that kind, which had already attracted the attention of other states. The State Attorney General promised that his office would work closely with the Edu Marshals, the police, and other relevant partners in ensuring the all-round success of the program, which he asserted had come to stay.
As Edu Marshal, you are enforcing some parts of the laws of this country. And the one that stands out most is the Child Rights Law.
The State Commissioner for Basic and Secondary Education, Professor Patrick Mubogari, who declared the training session open, likened the free primary and secondary education project by the Delta State government to the feast prepared by a certain man in the Bible who went out of the way to cajole and persuade people to partake of his banquets. Professor Mubogari said, as the state government had provided free secondary and primary education, every child in Delta State must therefore go to school, adding that the mandate of the Edu Marshals was the enforcement of the compulsory aspect of the free education.
So we are saying to government that yes, let's make education free. Beyond being free, it is compulsory. But if we sit back home in Asaba here, we will not be able to implement the compulsory aspect of this free education. And that's why we have got to law. For now, we've not arrested any parent, have we? No. By January, we'll start arresting and charging.
Commissioner for Higher Education, Professor Hope Igaga, in his remarks, enjoined the Edu Marshals to intensify efforts towards ensuring that children that have been rescued from street trading remained in school. He said they could do this by going back periodically to check on the progress of such children. The Higher Education Commissioner cautioned the Edu Marshals to guard against the temptation of being carried away by their status as agents of the government in their enforcement of the Child Rights Act on Education, and to comport themselves respectably at all times while treating all they deal with respect.
In the course of your duty, try to convince parents. First visit, second visit, don't ever lose your temper and get emotional. It's difficult to do, very difficult. I don't know whether I don't lose your temper, that will not fight with you. Even if the person wants to fight with you, you are allowed to take a walk.
The Executive Assistant to the Governor on Education Matters, Lady Stella Blaze, said the training was the third in a series of capacity-building programs for the Edu Marshals to enable them carry out their duties even more effectively. Lady Blaze noted with satisfaction the reduction in the incidence of children outside school during school hours around the state, and called on all residents of the state to cooperate with the state government and the Edu Marshals in the state's compliance with the Child Rights Law on Education. The occasion featured an interactive session where the Edu Marshals sought clarification and advice from the two education commissioners as well as the State Attorney General on issues bordering their job.